Hey, what's going on, everyone? You're watching Witness Vision. So today I got special guest Ted Larsen coming on, and he's going to give us a little background story of him and talk about the Super Bowl experience. So hopefully that'll be a great video, and don't forget to leave a like, follow, and turn the notification bell on. That'd be great. You're helping me out, so let's get to it. I'm happy I got to get you on here first, Mr. Super Bowl champion. How's it feel?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's kind of like a surreal year with COVID and with how free agency went for me, and to kind of get in on a team late that had a chance to make a run. And then the way we made a run with 3 games, away, we Washington, New Orleans, Green Bay, and then to take it and bring it back home for the Super Bowl was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, that is kind of sweet. I thought it was kind of interesting, a fact. I don't know if you knew this, but the 3 people that scored were 3 people that supposedly Tom recruited to come play
Yeah,
here.
I guess. Because what, Antonio,
Gronk, and
Tom, and
Fournette.
yeah, dude, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
How was the parade? Was that fun?
That was crazy.
That looked
I
like
mean, it was like the perfect like Florida, Super Bowl parade kind of during the day, and I mean, I had so many texts from people that were having some serious FOMO. And I felt like I think that's going to be like a huge recruiting tool. How well we played and how much fun it looked like we had.
kind of started like, where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Clearwater, Florida, kind of on the beach. So there's a lot of bunch of dudes who just kind of wanted to sit around and do nothing, and I had my share of that, but I also enjoyed working hard.
Yeah. So Clearwater, that's like right down the street from Tampa, isn't it?
Yeah, just kind of west. You just go over the bridge, and
Yeah.
you're pretty much there. So back in my hometown.
Yeah. So that was kind of nice winning a Super Bowl pretty much for your hometown.
Yeah, winning it in the hometown too, like on the hometown team, is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. So what position did you play in high school and get like recruited by?
I played O line and D line in high school, but I didn't really know what I was doing, and so I got recruited to play D line in college and play that for the majority of my career, I guess.
Going from D line to O line, obviously it paid off because you were a runner up in the Remington Award your senior year, which definitely helped your draft stock. And then, how do you think that was like a big eye opener for NFL coaches that were like, hey, this guy just transferred over from O line and here he is as a runner up in the Remington Award?
Yeah, and I think the coaching staff had a lot of O linemen play in the league, at Boston College, and then so they kind of had that clout, when they moved me to O line,
Yeah.
that carried over a little bit, and I think they kind of just saw the kind of the rawness I had at the position, and so they kind of took a flyer on me in the 6th round. Like, I mean, I don't think I really knew what I was doing, for 2 or 3 years in the NFL, but like I said, I really just tried to carry that aggressiveness and make up for some stuff that I didn't exactly know what I was doing as far as scheme and offensive scheme like that.
Yeah. So training for the NFL obviously is a little different than college training was. I feel like your college training, you're doing more of everything compared to NFL training. You're more training specifically for your position.
I think every year there's stuff you work on, whether it's general or specific. And I think, every year you go at it, you've got different things you've learned, different things you want to work on. Obviously in the NFL, you're full-time training. You don't have to worry about going to class, and you have a ton of time, and you meet people that, maybe train in a little bit different way. And I've been fortunate to meet a bunch of people that I've worked out with and trained with. And I, carry a little bit of everything they do. O-line specifically is a lot of isometric and eccentric, load.
Yeah.
And so it's tough to train that position, eccentrically loading, and I've been training in a place in Arizona that does a good job of kind of capturing those positions that you need to be in and that you're vulnerable in, and you're able to train in those positions pretty well. But you know, you always have a base, an aerobic base, you know, and a strength base that you work off of.
Yeah. How would you compare off-season training compared to in-season training? Do you train still like 3 times a week, or what do you do during the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's the volume. The volume's backed off a little bit, but I mean, if you think about going all the way to the Super Bowl, that you've been lifting since the end of July. So that's, I mean, that's a long time. And you do get stronger playing your sport, you know, because you're every practice in training camp is almost max, you know, effort. And in the games, you're going max effort. So you're getting stronger, you are getting faster. And then you kind of back those up with gains you make in the weight room where you can go a little heavier. You're maybe not doing as much volume, but you can definitely train smart and keep a lot of strength on in the season. And you need to, because the season's long, and you know, sometimes it's longer than the off season.
Yeah. I was just about to ask that off season, when does it start? But I saw a video of you squatting your kids. So I'm guessing the off season already started a week after the Super Bowl.
So I started training Tuesday. You know, we had one pretty hard Monday I was feeling pretty rough after Sunday night. And so I was just like, for me, like I want to be healthy. I like to be moving. So I trained Tuesday and they were pissed. They're like, get out of here. And Wednesday they kicked me out. Thursday too. So I trained, you know, at my parents' on Friday.
Yeah.
And Saturday.
Talk about you went a little hard. I saw Tom Brady, a couple of videos of him. Looked like he had himself a good time.
I think everybody had a good time. You know, those videos are misleading, but I mean, he's got 7 Super Bowls. I would say he can do whatever he wants.
Oh yeah, it's Tom. I think after that win, he kind of declared himself the greatest quarterback of all time. But
yeah, I mean, I saw a tweet. People are like, yeah, he just won a 7th Super Bowl and got drunk, and you got drunk because it's a Friday night. You guys are not the same. But yeah, I mean, videos are deceiving, and you know, he's obviously, you know, needs no explanation.
Yeah, I thought it was. I think it's kind of cool for you too, because you got drafted by the Patriots, coming in playing with Tom early on, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a, you know, consummate professional. Obviously,
yeah.
Mentally he's sharp. Physically, he's at the top of his game. So it's fun to play with a guy like that.
Yeah. So now that you just finished up your 11th season, went out with a bang, winning the Super Bowl, what's next for you?
I mean, you know, I'd like to play one more year probably, just because not that I wouldn't want to play 3 or 4 or 5. I just don't know if that's kind of what's best for my family and me. I mean, it's like we enjoy it, but it's like, you know, eventually I need to transition to something else. So I'm also getting ready to apply to some grad schools in the spring and then in the fall too. So taking the GRE and trying to get my transcript in order and write some application essays.
After 11 seasons, why do you keep going back to school?
Oh, you know, it's like I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I kind of, you know, bounced around. I've taken some different classes and it's paid for by the NFL. So it's kind of like, for me, it's like it's a no-brainer. If it's free and you've got, you know, some free time, I enjoy it. I enjoy like learning new things, and I've learned what I do like to do and what I don't like to do. And I think for me, you know, applying to business school is kind of the next step for me.
So after football, are you? Am I going to see you in a classroom being like a professor, or are you going to be
No, I
here
definitely not a professor. Yeah, I'd like to apply to business school, get in, and you know, it's 2 years, knock it out, and then kind of get going in the real world. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do for fun other than learning? What else do you do for fun?
Oh, you know, the kids keep me busy. I've got 2 kids, young. They're both under 5. You know, it depends where I'm at. If I'm in Florida, I like to fish. I like to be in the water. If I'm in Arizona, you know, or somewhere out west, we like to hike, play golf, and I think it always revolves around being in the outdoors. Though, you know, for me, even as I look to like, my next career, it's like I enjoy school, but being on the computer all day is like, oh, like get me outside,
Yeah.
like get me sweating. Like I just much easier to get along with when I've been outside doing something.
Yeah. Do you have any secret talents?
Oh God, I don't think I'm a super talented person. Like off the
Can you,
rip,
can
like
you whip it up in the kitchen?
I can cook, but it's more like because I've learned and studied and watched shows and read recipes. It's not like, oh, I can just figure this out. It's like when I cook, I get so wrapped up in it, and I'm not even hungry by the time the food's ready.
Yeah.
I don't know with all the food you're cooking if you see that too, but it's like if you cook a big meal, you're like, damn, like I'm tired. I'm not even hungry.
Yeah.
It's when someone else cooks it for you,
Yeah. No,
it's a little easier.
I've done that a couple of times where I just made a big meal that I'm ready just to let everyone else enjoy it.
I know, right? I don't know if it's like you're tasting or you're smelling, and so that smell like satisfies your taste buds or whatever. But
Yeah.
definitely run into that.
Yeah. You got any last words for anyone?
No, you know, I think, you know, for me, like you said, the Super Bowl is kind of that pinnacle, and it is, and it's kind of that cap on the career. But kind of the way I've approached my whole career is just kind of day by day, and uh, just working hard, trying to, and the longer I've been in the NFL, the more I've tried to enjoy the moment, and that's really carried me a long way.
Yeah. So there we have it, Mr. Ted Larsen, Super Bowl champion. I appreciate you coming on here and talking.
Absolutely.